Hi everyone on YouTube. Aaron's just sent me a vile message, which doesn't really bother me because he sent me vile messages in the past, but he said, "Where the fuck's my money?" He just texted me saying, "Where the fuck's my money for the sofa that you got in your living room?" Now he owes me loads of money. He owes me £322. So I don't know how he's asking me for money for. About a year ago, he's lived with me for 3 years, nearly 3 years. I've hardly had any money off him all that time. And then it was his suggestion to get a new sofa because I didn't see what was wrong with my old sofa. It was only about 2 or 3 years old. And then he says, "We'll get a new sofa." So I says, "Okay." And then he says he'll give me half towards it, which is fair enough because he was living with me. So what's he going on about now? He's just sent me a really vile message saying, "Where the fuck's my money for the sofa in your living room?" Oh, he's yampy. He's really round the twist. He's a bloody psychopath, I think. So, and to think, I was thinking of messaging him saying, "Hi, are you okay?" I must be mad. I must be a complete doormat. We've had quite a stressful day today as well because the hamster's still missing, and now it's about 6-7 on the evening. We've been trying to look for the hamster everywhere in the living. The cats have had to stay in the kitchen all day because we can't find the hamster. My sister's only just gone, so we had a good day, but apart from the hamster, and then this idiot who's got like no brain cells in his head. Aaron Johns. He says that, "Where's my money for my when he's broke loads of stuff in my house. He's broke my cabinet, my TV cabinet, he's scratched all along there with a knife, he's scratched all my washing machine and dishwasher with knives. All my work surfaces have got deep scratches on them as well with knives and things when I've got chopping boards, so I don't know what he's done that for. You know, my freeview box still isn't working. I'm still having to go around to my friend Lee's to watch TV. Thanks to Aaron as well. He's a horrible bloke, and I hope I never see him the whole entire length of my life. And I mean that because every time I think about getting back with him, every time I start feeling sorry for him, he does something to hurt me or to upset me or to. He's a complete idiot. He's his own worst enemy. If you hurt people all the time, what are you going to get in your life? Do you know what I mean? He won't get anything in his life if he keeps trying to hurt people all the time. He's a horrible bloke. You know, I'm starting to see his true colours now. He keeps that side hidden, but it's coming out now. He's a horrible bloke. He's a really horrible bloke. Yeah. Birds have just come up to us. Look. I feel sorry for them, to be honest, because people like that never get anywhere in their lives. I've known people who are nasty like that, and they've got zero in their lives. And his whole family, most of his family, have got zero in their lives as well. It's just pure jealousy. I've got my own place. I've got my own money. I've got my own. You know, it's just pure jealousy. That's all it is. That's all it is with them. They're just completely jealous of everything I've got. Completely jealous. Yeah, completely jealous of everything. That's all I can think of. There's got to be what it is. I can't think of anything else. His own family said to him the other year, because he told me, his family said to him that, because he was living with me at the time, well, he's lived with me for pretty much 3 years. His sister said to him apparently that because you're living with him, and that's the right thing to do, give half towards the sofa. That's what I heard. That's what he told me last year. after we made up. He's so full of it. He's really full of it. He's the most full of shit person I've ever known in my entire life. He's just... yeah. I think that's the intention though, so I talk about him on YouTube and I start crying and blah 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 blah. Well, I've got news for you, Aaron. I'm over you. I've got no more feelings left for you. Can you see me crying? No. In fact, you made me stronger. It's you that's weak. It must be you that's weak if you're saying all, if you're getting all angry and upset. Then that's obviously you getting weaker and me getting stronger. Because do you see me crying? Do you see me swearing my head off? No. I've got my own money, my own life. I'm setting the dog walking. I'm trying to do the best I can with the dog walking business. He's got zero ambition in his life. His only ambition is to sleep with as many men as he possibly can, which is a very sad ambition at best. You know? What's that? Oh, it's a little bird. Hello. Hello. I just feel really sad for him that that's his life. I feel really sad that that's what he wants for his life, just to drift from one bloke to another, and just stay in Churchill, which is really sad. But that's his choosing, isn't it? If he was nicer towards me, then I'd be nicer towards him. Well, I've been really nice to him. He's been at mine for nearly 3 years. I've hardly asked any money off him or anything. Whereas his family asked money off him every 2 seconds. I've hardly asked for anything off him. So... doesn't surprise me though. You know, the reason I unblocked him on that phone was because I thought that he might actually apologise for some of the things he's done. But he hasn't. So I'm going to keep him blocked. Yeah. He's a horrible bloke. It's a really horrible bloke he is. You can't win by bullying people. You can't get what you want by bullying people. This is something he's got to learn. You can't get what you want by bullying people. I don't go around bullying all my friends. I don't go around bullying all my partners. You can't get what you want by doing that. That's not the way the world works. All that you do by bullying people is that they go off you and think, oh, he's a horrible bloke he is. I don't want anything more to do with him. I mean, about a month ago when I was really, really upset, really stressed about him leaving me, I was crying and stuff on YouTube, this, that and the other, and I begged him to still be friends with me. He just completely ignored me. He's got a heart of steel, a heart of ice. He's a horrible person, you know, and he's just a really horrible person. And unless he changes, he's not going to get anywhere in his life. I can't see it happening. I mean, do any of you people on YouTube want to get with a psychopath? Someone that's a bit tapped in the head? Someone that goes around being nasty all the time to other people? See what I mean? You wouldn't, would you? He's got to ask himself, would if he was a second person, would he get with him? If he was another person and that person was dating someone with exactly the same kind of personality as him, would he go with that person? And he wouldn't. This is what I mean. Anyway, I'm not bothered whether he changes or not. That's up to him. I could only make myself happy by staying away from him, staying as far away from him as I possibly can. And we're going to Weston tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that. And then we're going on holiday next week to Butlins, to Skegness in Butlins, and then in August we're going to Manchester to the Gay Pride. No, we've got the Birmingham Pride the end of May, and then the Manchester Pride the end of August. and then hopefully we're going to Gran Canaria in September. See, I've got plenty going on in my life. It's just him that, and he bought it for himself. He put fags in my bag. He stubbed cigarettes out on my friend's carpet when we were staying with my friend. And the only reason we stay with my friend, because I can't trust him at my house. Because every time he gets to my house, even for 5 minutes, I see things that are damaged. I keep seeing things that are damaged in my house because of him. This is why I can never have him in my house again. I tell you what, how would he like it if he had a nice house? I'll come round to his and started damaging all his stuff. So he wouldn't like it. He'd chuck me out straight away. So, you know, I'm a nice person. I'm a very soft person, but there are limits to how nice I can be. I can't keep putting myself through this. I can't keep depressing myself and upsetting myself. I keep taking him back, keep helping him. It's not doing me any good. And all he does is throws it in my face. And the more nice I am to him, the more nasty he is to me. He's just a really horrible person. So anyway, that's all I can say. Another thing, he wants to get the spots sorted out on his face because they look terrible. He's got all zits all over his face, all the spots on his face and stuff. Okay. I think I'm over him anyway, to be honest. I've been praying so much for him. I've been praying loads for him. You know, and I don't really feel any sting towards him anymore. He obviously feels a lot of sting towards me. God knows why, when all I've ever done is helped him. But I've actually made the effort for my own peace of mind to forgive him. So I'd like to say, I forgive you, Aaron. And I'm not bothered what you say. You can say whatever you want to me. I'm not bothered. It's water off a duck's back. It doesn't upset me. It doesn't offend me. I know what you like. I know that you're not a nice person. I've known that for a while. I've only taken you back because I felt sorry for you. I've only taken you back to help you. That's the only reason I've took you back. Well, as well, I had a lot of love in my heart as well for him as well. But he seems determined to destroy all of that and destroy any compassion for him that I have. So if that's what he wants, then that's what he'll have, isn't it? But I know he's... I can't see him getting anywhere until he changes. He needs to change. He needs to be a better person. He's only suffering himself by keep hurting other people. If he keeps hurting other people, it'll only be him that'll suffer. Because no one will want to know him. Friends, family, they won't want to know him. If he does the same thing that he does at mine, and at my friend Lee's here, if he does the same thing to his family that he does here, i.e. put cigarettes out on carpets, scratches washing machines, dishwashers, kicks cupboards open and breaks them, if he does all that to his family, then they won't want to know him. They'll just chuck him out, which I know they've done before, because I've heard his dad on the phone saying that he's homeless. I've heard his dad say that on the phone before. So he's his own worst enemy, isn't he? Because he destroys everything he has, everything he loves. He destroys it. So he's his own worst enemy. So he's got nothing, thanks to himself. Yeah. He's his own worst enemy. I mean, I chat to some really nice people because I attract those nice people, because I'm a good person, so I attract people on the same wavelength as me.